Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog.stampwithelaine.com. Today's project is this one. It's from a stamp set called To a Wild Rose, which is a distinctive stamp set. You can find it on page 141 in the annual catalogue. Now this stamp set is special because it was in recognition of Mary Ellen Byler, an American demonstrator who reached her million sales achievement. When the catalogue launched, one of the new in colours called Purple Posy wasn't available because they were having issues with the ink. But I wanted to show you that even though we haven't got the ink, you can still use the Purple Posy cardstock. It's such a pretty light lilac-y colour, and you can use it in conjunction with other purple inks such as the Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape ink. So the card base is half an A4 sheet. In Europe, I've cut this at 4 1/8 inches by 11 3/4 inches. So that's 10.5 centimetres by 29.8 centimetres, and then folded in half. But we're going to be using it in the landscape orientation. There is a coordinating set of dies called the Wild Rose dies. If you purchase them together, it will save you 10%. It's also available in French and German. You need a Whisper White card insert, 5 1/2 inches by 3 3/4 inches. In metric, that's 14 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres. Scraps for the label. And to save time, I've already cut some blanks for the flower and the leaves. We also need some silver glimmer paper to cut 2 of these leaves. The other inks I'm using are Seafoam, Pear Pizzazz and Garden Green, 2019 to 2021 in colour faceted dots, and the Stamparatus. Now you can see I've set up my Stamparatus and I made a template for the flower and the leaves, and then I die cut them. So it's left me with a aperture there, and I've set up my plates by aligning the stamp with the aperture here. So then all I have to do is place my blanks in the aperture here, and then I'll use this stamp, which is the solid stamp, and it needs to be in the lightest colour. So I'm using Highland Heather. I need a scratch piece of paper because I'm stamping off. Stamping off means that you blot off the ink. Now if you blot it off once, that's called stamping off once. If you blot it again, that's stamping off twice. I'm stamping it off twice, then onto the cardstock. I need the second one. Ink that up, and I stamp off once because I want that to be a little bit darker. And lastly, the outline one, I will stamp directly onto the cardstock without stamping off at all. Okay, so there you go. I need to do 2 of these. I repeat the process and fast forward it. Now I want to do the inside of my card, and I've just stamped one in the corner. So what I'm going to do is line up my cardstock using that as the guideline. Make sure that my grid paper is buttered right up into the corner. Secure it with the magnet, and I'm just going to move the plate down one notch, one hinge. Take my ink again. And stamp. Switch the plate round, down one hinge, ink up the stamp, and I've lost my scratch paper. Stamp off once, could be a little bit. I think my ink pad needs re-inking. That's better. Gorgeous grape in the centre. So that's the inside of the card done. Next, bring my template back, and this time I want to stamp the leaves. Now this is the beauty about the Stamparatus. You can buy extra plates to use for stamping with, so you can have as many plates as you want. So I'm starting the process again. Put my blank in. This is the solid stamp, so I stamp it with the lightest colour, and I'm using 3 different ink pads, a light, medium and dark. So I stamp it with the lightest, and then this is my medium. I'm switching the plate round, and always remember to put it in a vertical position, and this time I'm going to use the darkest ink. Now we want to do a label with an ombre colour, so what I'm going to do is ink it up first, and then take the colour, stamp off once, and stamp. Put a post-it note to hide the letters there. Ink it up again. Move my post-it note so that it covers up the first 2 lines of the letters. Ink it up again to make the bottom row even darker. Bring in my magnetic platform base cutting plate. Place the cardstock on and the die on top. Top cutting plate, and I'm ready to run it through the Big Shot. So I'll do that off camera and I'll be back. Now we can assemble the card. So adhere the insert into the card, leaving an even border all round. Put some adhesive on the back and put it in the sort of top right corner. Cut the flower centre from one of the flowers. You need to cut it close to the line. So I'm going to speed this up. And I just want to use the darker ink to highlight the centre of the flower. Pop it up on a dimensional and marry it up with the bottom. Pop some dimensionals on the back of this. Add some adhesive onto the back of the leaves. And last of all, the silver leaves that I die cut previously. Add the faceted dots, and there's the card finished. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe or share it on Facebook, and my grateful thanks if you do. If you're watching from YouTube, you'll find the list of supplies I use below this video in the Show More section, with direct links to my online store. They'll also be listed on my blog at blog.stampwithelaine.com. You can find me on Facebook, Pinterest or Instagram. Thanks for visiting today, and pop back for more inspiration next time. Bye!